Two ugly mugs, two hearts of love, two muddled minds, two coffee cups.
Mugs.
Live. It's Ugly Mugs Live.
We already got one.
Where are you at?
We got one contestant, audience member.
Anthony's
co-host.
on. He's watching basketball.
Let's watch. What?
Ooh. Anthony, have you given up on the season?
Given up? No. But I don't care about the NFL anymore.
He's on to the fantasy football basketball league.
We got football here.
Go
football
Poops Troop Troop.
Right
all my
here.
players are injured. Joe, should we start off with all the
There's a lot of things to pay attention to, like Notre Dame football and the NBA. Very exciting season underway.
Speaking of Notre Dame, we got a special treat for you tonight, Anthony. We'll get to that later, though.
That's true.
What
should we get to it later? We got leading off. Well, I guess.
Scoreboard.org. Trade deal.
Lots of trades happening.
Trades. Machaca Beans, 2 trades in one day.
I can't get a trade done to save my life. Out of the trades that have happened, who got the best deal out of all 6?
Hey, why was that one trade vetoed?
Joe?
Oh, I wrote it on the message board. But I'll say it here. Basically, Beth proposed the trade and then Grant accepted it. At the time Grant accepted it, it was less than 24 hours before the Thursday night game, so it would have been processed by next week. And so Beth asked me if I could just push it through, which I said no, because I said no to almost everyone else who's asked me that. And so to be fair to them, they stuck with my guns and said no. And then she asked me to cancel it, and I said only if Grant agrees to cancel it as well. If both parties agree, then I'm fine with it. And so they both agreed, and then I canceled
it. Beth got a case of trade fever, Beth and Grant. That's the short explanation. They set off a hasty trade, then they both wanted it canceled.
So I don't see anything wrong with canceling it. If they both agree to it.
Don't get caught by trade fever, people, unless you like one of my offers that I sent.
It's going to be hard because there's a 23rd trade deadline. Another reminder.
The clear winner of the trade, as I think, was Circle City. Their team is now impeccably rostered.
I predicted them to go to the Blood Bowl, and now with that prediction.
Well, you were way off on that prediction because that trade hadn't happened yet. Now I'm joining you, and it's a good prediction. Before it was madness. Tom got rid of Landry. Landry cost Tom a total of about 4 games at least. So he loses him and he gets Gronk. It's a victory.
Gronkadonk.
So victory. Anthony, how's your trade after 1 week? Are you feeling better or worse about it?
I had to do something. It would have been nice to have TY last week, but that's kind of been the theme of this year. Anytime I drop someone or trade them, they have a real big next week. But this week we'll find out. The guys have a chance to prove me right this week. I still think in my division I could lose this week and then win out and still make the playoffs. So,
still wide open.
Definitely not giving up. The NFL is just a boring product, and I may be biased because the Niners are 0-9, but I just find the NFL boring. And I've gotten into the young NBA season, and every night I catch a game on TV. It's very exciting stuff. What's
fantasy basketball?
Unsung hero.
What? Oh, how's that song go? You're the unsung
No,
hero.
we don't sing about the unsung hero.
Hilario.
Okay.
Unsung hero.
Who's that?
Playing
Who's the
part of-
unsung hero?
Unsung. That's a good question. Anthony, who's your unsung hero?
Hilario Nene. He's having a great game tonight.
Oh God. Okay.
Fantasy basketball is a worse product than fantasy football for sure. My unsung hero is
Mine is.
I need one.
Drew,
I have sung heroes. My sung heroes are DeAndre Hopkins and Melvin Gordon.
I'm saying Drew Stanton. Drew Stanton, unsung hero, testing the commissioner's integrity with that trade.
Well, Joe, I'll bring you to the second test of your integrity, which is, and I also put in a word for this new sort of rule of thumb is I had a trade with Cowtown. I wanted it to get through before the waiver wire, so I didn't have to drop a player. Didn't happen, and I had to drop Marvin Jones. Anthony got him. Now he's with the Buffaloes, but Joe's, and that makes me think what's going on here. But Joe's stuck to this rule, so you got to make sure you get the trade done before 24 hours.
Yes,
with the player.
You gotta think of that kind of
That's
stuff.
what it comes down to.
Hey,
It's hard to miss, though. It's understanding. It's hard to miss, but it's an owner's responsibility.
But there's also a second Russia scandal against you, Joe, about the toilet bowl format. Well, people are. I think it's more questioning you. Toilet bowl format.
Questioning me, huh?
Well,
The
yeah.
nerve.
Hey,
What's the format?
What do you guys think
The
about?
format,
Oh, we got a
which
question.
was voted,
Anthony has a question.
Hey,
is it
I have a
toilet bowl related?
No, I have a question real fast about there's an exciting matchup between the Poops Hoop Troop and the Poops Hoop Troop.
Oh yeah,
And,
Dominic stole my name.
The Poops Hoop Troop is
Hey,
winning.
what the hell? You can't take my name.
At least one of us has integrity here on the show. Jeez.
The Poop Room Troop. And what are you doing with your pole going after me? Next week, I got the pole. This is going to turn into a pole war.
The pole
Pole vaulting you.
fantasy
Change
history.
your fantasy name. That's highly illegal. Poop Soup Troop. There's two of them now. All my fantasy basketball players are injured. Thanks for telling me, guys.
Dominic, you're 0-3 and you're losing this week 2-6.
No, I'm going to be all right.
You haven't
Okay.
in rebounds.
Yeah. Well, got to get back to this toilet bowl. What's
Toilet
the
bowl
format?
4 teams play to stay out of the toilet bowl, and then the 2 teams play 3 weeks for the lottery bowl.
I don't like that. I think we should have voted as a league on that one.
We did.
We did, people.
I'm the best
we did
proof of it because I'm very, very against, and I yelled at all the league that you guys foolishly voted for Joe's idea. I like the old way, but that's what happened. Pretty solid memory on it. It was a close. I think it was like 8-6 or 9-7.
It was close, and not everyone voted. So it wasn't 8-6. It was like 8-5 or something like that.
Really
I think we
awful.
should have a revote.
A revote.
Revote.
Why?
Because it's necessary.
It's not necessary.
It might, see, Joe, like I was saying earlier before the thing, it might actually help you if it goes to the old way. Because I think you're going to be able to claw out of the bottom.
I know. I think I will.
You shouldn't say that on live TV because then it's unbiased. But this is a live podcast for the whole internet to see, and now you're exposing Joe as someone who makes decisions based on what's good for him. That's not good for the league office guys.
No, he's
Well, no,
doing the opposite right now.
I'm saying that if he were to do that, he would actually go the way people seem to want it. Where were your votes last year, people?
Hey, let's talk about who's the next commissioner. Dominic, is that Score, Bohr, or no more?
I'm thinking no
I said
more,
it.
actually. I'm against being commissioner, but I'll do it if everyone looks at me like a great martyr and a hero. Otherwise,
They're not going to. They're going to hate
really
you.
It's a terrible job. You unwashed masses have made it the least thing that anyone would want to do.
It's really up to
So,
Joe.
Not looking forward to it.
So you
Joe,
don't want to
where's
be commissioner then?
The commissioner, the team that loses the toilet bowl should be the commissioner.
Well, I might
It
just
should be
lose
like
on
a
purpose.
penalty. Do you like being commissioner?
I have a love-hate relationship with it.
We should edit this whole first chunk of the podcast out because this has been kind of like an insider conversation. This is why you join the live podcast. We heavily edit the other ones.
I think people are enjoying the Rockets Cleveland game. It's a tight game.
Oh God, Joe, should we talk about the most interesting team of the week or move on to game analysis?
Let's do the team of the week. Who is the team of the week?
It's the most interesting team, baby. Know more about you. Wanna make up fake news about you. Danimals.
The Danimals.
Oh no, Slam Jocks. Slam Jocks. I'm
Jocks.
sorry.
Slam
You may think
Lamb.
that Slam Jocks shouldn't be the most interesting team of the week, but our next guest thinks that they are. Let's bring him in to talk about the Slam Jocks, who I think are still mathematically eligible to make some sort of an appearance outside of the toilet bowl, especially if there's a playoff. Coach, how are you doing?
Sir, I'm really glad to be on the show, guys. Yes.
You like the Slam Jocks as the most interesting team.
I love the Slam Jocks. They're a great team, man. They got heart. They got spirit. I love Drew Brees and Alex Smith, and I think they're really good. I think they still got a shot to go to the play. And I tell you what, if this league was measured in heart, Slam Jocks would win the national championship.
Well, they almost beat the House of Pain. Were you just heartbroken that Monday night with Golden Tate? I think that was the nail in the coffin, Coach, if I'm being honest.
The Slam Jocks are going to make the playoffs. I'm telling you, they're going to go to they're going to the postseason. I'll tell you that much.
Well, if losing yet another game in what should have been a glorious victory wasn't the nail in the coffin, then I think Zeke's suspension now, fingers.
I tell you what,
crossed
I'm glad that James was benched Ezekiel Elliott. I think he deserves it. He hasn't been behaving himself lately, and I think James was right to suspend him.
That's James Abajian of the Slam Jocks. He didn't,
Yes.
He didn't suspend him and took him 10 weeks to suspend him. If I'm making the counter argument, why did it take so long?
Well, you gotta give a guy a chance to state his case and to prove his worth. But when
You
you
stated it 6 different times now. Do you think the suspension's for good, or will it get reversed again?
Yeah, I tell you what, if he was playing on my Notre Dame team, he would be sitting. He'd be sit for the year, and he'd be sitting there.
Well, that's the Slam Jocks in the playoffs after the Zeke suspension.
I tell you what, I
Fresh
want to
take.
tell you something else, Julio. I really love this commissioner's integrity. Yesterday, he was presented a deal with the devil, and he said no. Was sticking to his guns. I think he's a great commissioner. I remember the toilet bowl vote. I remember it very clearly. It was 8-4, I think, and I remember that November 29th, the poll went up, and he's not lying. He's a very honest man. He's a saint, and
It's going to give your Slam Jocks a chance to get out of there. So, do you have any words to? We have a big Notre Dame fan on the line. Any thoughts on their season for the Notre Dame?
Believe I can't believe this guy. He's watching basketball during football season. What the hell's going on here?
And not,
It is
not on
pretty
Saturdays,
odd.
Lou. On Saturdays, Lou, I'm watching Notre Dame.
I tell you what, if you were on my team, I'd sit you. I'd sit you, and you'd learn your lesson, and you'd become deeply religious, and you'd learn some character.
And everyone listen to the Entree Leadership podcast. That's what Coach is plugging. So tune into that.
Yes, I trained your commissioner on this. He came to my podcast.
You did a great job.
Yeah, and he's not lying about the toilet bowl format. He's not lying.
Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Then tell Tom to stop spreading rumors about the commissioner.
We will do.
And
Okay. Thanks for joining us.
see you later. I say.
All right, goodbye. Let's take a look at this week's games.
Who the hell are you talking to?
Lou Holtz.
Do that. Lou Holtz. Let's see on the show. That guy's the biggest liar I've ever met.
Do we want to do the award tracker or no? Go into the games.
Well, like I said earlier, I think I gave away my bargain shopper award when I traded Vernon.
I think you got yourself a used car salesman though, maybe in that one.
Kenyon Drake. I'm telling you, Kenyon Drake, he's something.
Is he?
I don't know what
That's
yet.
for sure.
He's something.
He's in the NFL at the moment. Say that much.
That's something.
Who else did you get? Delaney and
Delaney and Sterling Shepard.
oh boy. You'd think Machuk and Beans might have learned their lesson. These
I don't
trades.
know. I don't think it's that lopsided of a trade. Vernon Davis is the 11th ranked tight end.
Yeah, Vernon's good.
Yeah, but isn't Jordan Reed coming back at some point?
Jordan Reed's played. Vernon Davis has outscored him.
Yeah,
Well,
it's been Vernon Davis's show all season.
Yeah, Vernon's good.
he does have talent.
Pretty sure Vernon's outscored Delaney on most weeks.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they're
but-
like pretty much ranked like Delaney's 9th and Davis is 11th. So
And then I don't know about the used cars. I mean, Anthony's probably made the most trades, but none of them have really worked out yet. And then
oh yeah, I also got Lynch from Anthony.
Lynch had one good week. So did Ty. Those guys aren't going to do anything the rest of the year.
And then who else did you give me?
I gave you Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones, who's
Oh,
technically
yeah.
still a poop in my eyes.
Oh, I am the used car salesman.
You're the
But
dirty,
yeah, this chat.
colluding commissioner is what's happened.
I think
If that were
Marvin is a poop. We drafted him.
I think the used car salesman's more than just the players that exchange. I think it's the experience.
Oh, here we go.
He's
Oh
going-
yeah, and by the way, you can't say that Ben isn't the moo anymore after what he did last week.
What did
He
you
had guys being inactive at the last minute, and then he had to go on the waiver wire and pick guys up and throw them in there, and he still won.
It's pretty immaterial until the end of the season. Whoever, I mean, he's going to have the best record, so I think he's got it. He's just got to make sure no one catches that record total, because that's
Yeah,
the
and
moves. Just
Did the guys that he picked up do anything to help his cause? Probably not.
Yeah, Tyler Croft got him like 15 points tight end. That's pretty good for a tight end.
he also brought in Juju Smith-Schuster, which I think was probably a good move.
Yeah.
Everybody knew about Tyler Croft last week. That's a no-brainer.
Then why didn't anyone pick him up? It took till Sunday for someone to get him.
I think Grant's zombie case is going to be hurt by the Seahawks playing on a Thursday night. The Seahawks are almost like a ticket into the zombie voting nominations, but he's not going to be doing it this week.
I think Matt's
It's
giving
a
him
chance
run
for the
his
poops,
money.
baby. Did Matt zombie someone yet this year? You're always high
Yeah,
on Matt as the
last
zombie.
week. Last week.
Who did he get?
Tom.
Did he?
Yeah.
I think it's still me and Grant easy, the two most dramatic zombies of the year. And then Ben's getting into the running too. I think Matt might be off the nomination list at this point.
I think 4 is the maximum nominees for each award. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
he is associated with that award. What else do we got? Golden
Lemonade
Retriever.
Tycoon. Or Golden
Oh, yeah,
Retriever.
Golden Retriever is on the verge of being canceled. I think I would be nominated. I don't even know who else. And no one would even think of me, but I just have a bunch of old poops on my team. So I think maybe that award should go. I'm going to put that up on a
I think
poll.
I should get the Golden Retriever for being so loyal to Thomas Rawls.
Yeah.
Were you loyal to him?
I had him last year. I drafted him this year. I dropped him. I traded back for him.
Oh, then
Now
you
he's
traded for
starting
him again?
me. I think I've demonstrated quite a bit of loyalty to Thomas Rawls.
I would say that takes away your claim because you've stated before that you'll never play a Seahawk on your team.
No, I changed that last year.
That's the thing about this award is I think it's like the definition is all over the board of what it even means, and then everyone would just give it to themselves. So I don't know. I think the zombie may have replaced it in the trophy catalog.
No, the
What
Golden
about
Lemonade.
Lemonade Tycoon? M&B.
I still think I'm in the running if I could make the playoffs.
Yeah, you might be able to get that one as well. Joe's team is dangerous, people. I don't know what everyone's acting like your season's over. I'm predicting the playoffs still for TGOB.
For Joe?
Yeah.
Joe and I are playing this week.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you, Hans, because I don't want Joe in the playoffs. His team is one of the better teams in the league, believe it or not. I think he has the third most points scored.
I think it's been that kind of year for Joe where, my team might go for like 200 or something and really just bother him.
You know what? I wouldn't doubt it, honestly.
Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising. Let's look at your game.
I don't think I've gotten much higher over 100 lately, so the bar's not too high. I still need a kicker. Hopefully I can pick one that gets positive points and not negative points this week.
Yeah, your roster is all over the place. It's changed a lot over the year. I'd be interested in who you drafted in the first place. Injuries.
You can go to rosters on ESPN, and they'll tell you if it's a free agent, trade, drafted player.
Oh.
I think we're riding with Kirk Cousins is the main guy that I drafted now. Kirk Cousins and Charles Clay are holding down the fort.
You putting Dion Lewis in that flex, Joe, after the trade processes? Oh, no, you'll put in Sterling Shepard. Yeah, that was
wow. I'm not saying what I'm playing.
That'll be final flesh material. Let's look at Rebel Slam Jocks.
I'm going to be an idiot and take myself in that game. I'm taking this. Well, I guess I'd have to take the Rebels here looking at the Slam Jocks team.
What happened? Oh, Jay Ajayi's on a bye. Oh, and Michael. Yeah, this one. This would be this. If he won this game, it would be like an award in itself. Give him some kind of spirit award.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What about Cowtown? Cowtown, they're always alive. They're sort of the TGOB of the American Conference. They're hoping Jordan Reed gets better. Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon. He always has Josh Gordon.
I had him the one year he didn't play one snap. That was great. Let's see.
Let's take a brief pause here to take a live look in on the Poop Troop against the Poop Troop.
I'm going with Matt in this game.
What's Anthony trying to show us here? I should be catching him, right?
Rivalry.
You got the Poop Troop.
We can't even
Against
see. It's over pixelated.
The Poop
Um,
Troop.
John Wall had a nice night for the Poop Troop. Russell West.
Which poop troop? Which poop troop?
Looks like
You should know who you have. You didn't even auction, did you?
No.
You just came in and
Dominic's got the number 1 overall draft in the pick in the draft. Russell Westbrook on tap tonight,
here you go, Russ.
and Carmelo. Joel Embiid's on the board. 2
All right,
points.
let's go with the Pounders.
Pounders are man, they need Julio in a bad way. Julio's got to get it up to par. You think Grant might keep rolling? Seahawks are already off to a good start for him.
Yeah, his team's pretty
Anthony,
good.
do you buy the Danimals? Are they the real deal? Or
No, they're
fool's
garbage.
gold?
They're not garbage.
Yeah, they're in the. I think they've clinched the playoffs in that division, right? Are they in for good?
Yeah, in that division.
So,
I guess I'm going to
First
go
round
with.
exit for the Danimals. You can mark that down.
I'm gonna have to go with Tommy on this. I don't want him, but
I'm gonna have to pick him.
now here's
I
what
don't
I
know,
think
though.
is
he's got Rob Kelly in. Like,
Tommy just picked up
Alfred
McFadden.
Morris.
He picked up Darren McFadden, now giving him the Dallas backfield, and I think Tommy is now the second best, if not maybe the best team in the league.
Hey, so what is Ezekiel Elliott out?
Yeah, it seems every time he gets reinstated, it's like it seems more certain whenever they revoke it that he's going to be out. So I think this might have been the last one. So Tommy now has pretty shaky running backs in C.J. Anderson and Rob Kelly, but add to that the Dallas backfield with Antonio Brown, Kelvin Benjamin, T.Y. Hilton, Tom Brady. I think he looks pretty solid. Which is why the Poops are just going to try to keep in the playoffs and might be all she wrote for us. But Chuck and Beans get a quarterback. You know, the projection on this one might not be that far away when they get their QB in. I wouldn't rule this game over, even though I think Tommy's the second best team in the league. Anthony, who's your second best team after Ben? Or Ben's probably not even your best team.
No, Ben's the best team in the league. Can't deny that. That's why if he doesn't win a Blood Bowl, it'll be one of the biggest failures of all time.
Yeah, they got to put pressure on him. It's the only way to
August
do it.
Joseph Payne. This is going to be game of the week.
Especially
Game of the week.
if Ben goes to the Blood Bowl and he plays a team out of our conference, which is inevitable, he'll have to, and he loses. I mean, the American Conference is the weakest conference ever in the history of Family Tree Fantasy Football. So,
Well, yeah, his
Yeah,
Blood Bowl
pressure.
path is going to be tough. It's going to be a combination of Tommy, the Magas, me, and maybe Joe in some combination. And I don't know if he can. There might be an upset waiting in there. There might be an upset this week.
I could get revenge.
I don't know. I
Joe,
would
you're-
say who plays the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the most coming down the stretch has the second best team.
just out of their roster.
Whoever has the most players that face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that's who I would give the edge to.
Adrian Peterson. Oh, he's not doing too shabby.
I think Ben pulls out yet another victory, even though Ann's favored here.
Yeah, this is
the
weird
way-
because they both got some buys here. They're not at 100%. Neither of them.
Who's on bye? Oh, it's Kelsey. Yeah, but that's a good replacement for Kelsey and Jack Doyle. I think Ann is much better prepared for her losses.
I'm gonna go with Ben on this.
Here's oh no, Tommy. Correction, though no one is pairing. Tokyo is not my second best team. Circle City is now. I would even say I don't really care about the regular season record. Circle City is rapidly team by a good margin in front of the House of Pain. Because who cares if you won 8 games in September?
Yeah. Yeah,
Circle City is my new favorite.
This week.
And Beth traded him Gronk while she was playing him this week. I'm not a huge fan of that.
I'm regretting that. Not trying to get Gronk.
Joe, can we veto that trade? There, I guess it already happened.
Yeah, no.
I tried to trade for Gronk.
Yeah, Beth's a tough trading partner, except for I think these teams are sort of partners. You know, in the NFL, even teams trade with each other typically. Like Cowtown's kind of my trading partner. They're everyone's trading partner.
Yeah.
But I think maybe Circle City and Graceland are like old trading allies because I can't get any offers through. And then here's the Poops, the most hated team in the league.
Apparently, yeah.
I'm gonna pick us to win because I think you give us good karma, Joe, when you're with your hate.
Let me check the times on these games. Oh yeah, I'm going with you just because you have a Monday nighter.
Yep, Monday night.
I say you pull a zombie on
Monday
Jeff.
night. She needs to get a defense in. That's going to make those projections look a lot closer.
Should root for you.
Oh no!
Hey,
Then I'm gonna. If you root for me, I think I'm gonna lose. I don't think you can stomach it. I don't think you could ever root for me. I think if the Poops, if someone said like, if the Poops win this game, Joe, we'll give you $1 million, you still wouldn't be able to bring yourself.
That'd be tough. But
Anthony, who's your most hated team? Who would you least want to ever win a Blood Bowl or anything of the sort?
Oh, least Ben or Tom. Probably Tom first, and then Ben. Yeah, I wouldn't like to see them win a Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
I think my least.
Look at that smack board. Look at that smack board. Great job, people.
Yeah.
Way to go.
I don't want to take over this commissioner job, these people.
It's hard.
And then they'll blame us for not.
Yeah, they'll blame us for them not talking on the smack board. Why didn't you make us talk on the smack board?
Actually, I think
job?
we missed one on the award tracker. What's that award? It's the one I least am ever eligible for. The Smack Talk Award, Chatterbox? Motormouth. I think Anthony should maybe win that because he's taken like a 2 or 3 week hiatus, and since then, the Smack board is, well, here's the result.
I don't know. Like,
either he should get it or my mom should get it because she just keeps posting on there every week.
Should it be quantity or quality?
I think it should be impact and dedication.
So,
it's like a mix of both.
So Ben creating that whole controversy with the hands around.
Well, I think
and
on one end of the spectrum, there's like Ben who will say something and get a bunch of reactions.
Out there. Motormouth is just purely whoever talks the most.
That's how I look at it.
So you'd rather go for someone like, let's say someone just says like good game all the time and states the obvious, stuff like that.
There has to be some quality control to it.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with the used car salesman. Does that just go to whoever makes the physically most amount of trades, or
no?
It should the best trades?
Be who makes the best trades. I mean, I guess there has to be a balance. You know.
Yeah.
But so I guess that's the answer.
That's what makes those awards better than the Moo, because the Moo, it's just like you can click on ESPN and look at the standings, and then whoever has the most wins gets that award, unless there's a tie.
The people will decide.
Joe, you would know this. Who has there ever been a team who did not have the most amount of wins who's won the Moo?
don't think so. No.
I would get rid of the Moo and the Golden Retriever. I guess there should be like a regular season champion if you like win the regular season. It's an award for that.
Yeah, the Moo was the Moo's only interesting in first place. Yes, which only happened in year one.
Well, guys, we got 0 guests because Anthony's like basically the fifth Beetle. He's like the third mug. So this experiment failed. We wanted to do a live show. People join in.
Lou Holtz
Yeah,
joined us.
Yeah, that's true. He's the fourth mug, though.
Who joined in? Oh, Lou? Oh, yeah.
Lou
That's right.
Holtz, yeah. Not me. I wasn't like impersonating him or anything.
But I guess we better.
See, the
Taper
guys,
it
this is
off.
why I'm not watching the NFL anymore. Look at this oh, they didn't show the replay. There's no talent left anymore in the league.
Watching right here.
Aaron Rodgers goes out, and there's just no more talent left. It's sad.
Adrian Peterson.
Two ugly mugs. Two hearts of love.
And hey,
2 lines, 2 coffee cups.
14 cups.
bye. New toilet bowl format. It's inevitable. It's happening.